Hi and welcome. This is my second tutorial, part 1. It's going to be around about 3 parts, I'd say. Okay, this one I am pretty much going to be teaching you the main part of your shooting game, meaning the gun, the enemy, and your ammo. Pretty much things like that. Maybe not ammo in this one, but maybe later on throughout the tutorial series. Okay, so in your game, you're going to pretty much have a layout like this. You're going to have your gun, your enemy, some sort of form of background, which your enemy is probably standing on, sitting on, walking on, anything like that. So, as a brief, we're going to have it like this. And in the first tutorial, I showed you them walking around, but this is just an example of which I made a couple of days ago, of how you would make a gun fire. Okay, so when I press Z, it zooms in. And when I click, it fires and then it reloads automatically by itself. And as you see, I have less ammo and I fire again, and less ammo, and less ammo, and I fire against the wall, and then it prompts me to press R to reload. So I press R and I reload. And I can't fire while I'm out of zoom. I have to zoom in to fire, so it's another good thing. So you can't quick scope like on those Call of Duty games, which I do play, which is fun. Apart from Call of Duty Black Ops, which would die. Moving on. Okay, now back to where we were before. What we're going to want to do, we're going to want to create a new scene, pressing either by going to the scene panel, which is in your window, and pressing scene, and if you don't have it, just get it quickly. I want to go through this really quickly because last time I recorded this, it took me half an hour and I made a lot of mistakes. Okay, pistol. I want to name that new scene pistol. Okay, so on the pistol thing that we made, which is you want to make it a button, meaning this word, a button. Press F9. We're going to want it to go to and play pistol, which is this one. So I'm going to do this again for your sake. So on, press, go to, we want to go to pistol, frame 1. Okay, so that's all working now, like so. Okay, so on this one, we want to create a weapon for, a layer, sorry, for code. And we want to create another layer for your weapon, like that. Drag that underneath there. And we're going to quickly draw a gun. I'm going to do it really quickly because I don't want to take half an hour on this, otherwise it's going to be in a lot of parts. Just do it real quick. Like so. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do. Let's draw an arm, shall we? Or something like that. That'll do. Like that. Remove that segment. And that. And that. Okay, now we're just going to colour it in quickly. We want it like a pinkish arm, I'd say. Like this. That'll do. And a grey-ish gun. Like so. Okay, now we've done that. What we want to do, you want to highlight it, convert to symbol. You want it to be a movie clip, you want to call it gun. Okay, click OK. Once you've done that, as you can see it's gun. And on this, you want to call the instance gun. You can't just, when you go into this, and you can't just call that bit gun. When you do it, you have to go click on it and call the instant name gun. It's either up here or it's down here for me because that's where I put it, and it's in your properties section. Now, what you want to do now is you want to create a new layer, drag it to the very bottom. We're going to call this back shoot. So it's basically going to be your background which you're going to be shooting. So say when you miss a character, it will shoot the background. Change it to a different color. What about white? Double click it, right click, convert to symbol. You want to make this a button and call it back shoot, preferably with a space. Enter. Okay, now once you've done that, you can see that you got your gun. So we're going to go inside the gun symbol. So that means double clicking it. Sorry it takes so long, my computer's a bit weird. Okay, once you're in it, you got your first one, which will be your stationary one. So on your first frame, you want to press F9 or right click actions, like you can see. And you want to put a stop on it, because that will pretty much be so Otherwise, if you don't put a stop, it's just going to keep firing by itself, and it's just going to look naff. Okay, so on the next frame, which will be your frame 2, you want to have it slightly moving, but first, actually, undo. You want to make a crosshair. Okay, so see this little dot here, this little X, right? That little X thing there, right? That's basically where your mouse would be on this weapon. So if you were firing it, you'll be firing at his arm, which would just be wrong. So you want it to move down there and just put his crosshair on that X. Okay, so moving in, just draw a little box or something. You want to draw a box first, because if you don't draw a box, then you're just going to be shooting these lines, and it won't shoot the background. So just make sure there's a little box where the little X can go through. I'm just doing this quickly, it doesn't need to be perfect for me anyway. So now, once that's in there, just create a new frame. And don't animate the crosshair, just animate your actual gun. Animate it moving, so you want to move it back like that, say. Wait, zoom in a little bit. Like that, move back. And the next frame, insert keyframe, just like that. Turn back, move back a little bit more. So now you have something like that. Then you want one that's, actually I'll put that a bit more up. Want it on the extreme, I suppose. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now want it another one, so it's going back down to how it was, which would be something like that. And then we'll just copy this frame. And actually, don't copy the frame, just copy this. Zoom in so you're in the direct middle. Insert new frame. Zoom in. Delete. Okay. So now you got a random thingy, so it looks like it's firing. But on the last frame, for some reason, it's off crosshair. So I'll stuff it. I'll just do it this way. Do it the old-fashioned way. Okay. So now just move that down. Just like about there. Okay. So now it would go. So you got your gun firing. Okay. So now, when you fire, it will go like that. When you click, it should go back and stop back on frame 1 to how it would normally be. Okay. Cool. Right now, once you've done that, come out of the gun. Like so. Like that. Just make this a little bit bigger.